Welcome to the Daily for Tuesday, April 16th with Simon Borg. I'm Jason Segini, and we want to start by saying our thoughts and prayers go out to all the victims of the tragedy up in Boston yesterday. It really hit home with the MLS community as Matt Reis's father-in-law, one of the victims there of that terrible tragedy.
Yeah, his name is John Odom, Jason. He flew in from California to watch his daughter Nicole. Matt Reis's wife crossed the finish line, and he was there, unfortunately, when one of the bombs exploded. According to Matt Reis's Facebook post, he's now in stable condition, but not out of the woods yet. And look, Jason, not only do our thoughts go to the Matt Reis's family, but also all the Revs fans who make their home in Boston. We've gone through one of these before, 9/11 here in New York, and it's tough to come back from something like this. So our thoughts out to them.
All right, the Revs are back in training today. We'll see what the mood is in their camp later on. A couple notes out of Sporting Kansas City camp yesterday, and this is a big one. Kei Kamara on loan with Norwich City. Peter Vermees wants to know what is going to come of this. They have an option to buy him? Are they going to buy him? He needs to plan for the rest of the season.
And D-Day is coming up fairly shortly here, Jason. Look, if I'm Peter Vermees, I would hope that Norwich exercise that option because Sporting Kansas City has already moved on from the post-Kei Kamara and Roger Espinoza days. Look, if he came back to Sporting Kansas City, it's an extra weapon you have, but I think the club has used these first weeks of the 2013 season to move on from them. And it's working recently. They have players who have filled in. I think they're ready to move on.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think you want Kei Kamara back, especially Sporting Kansas City playing in Champions League the second half of the season. They could use the extra legs. They haven't. I don't really agree that they've filled that spot. I think they could they'd do well to put Zuzi in the midfield, have Kei Kamara out of that right spot, which worked last year. Also, Sporting Kansas City off last weekend, so Peter Vermees took the time to head down to Orlando City. He's got 4 players on loan there, including Dom Dwyer. So plenty more weapons in the tool belt for Peter Vermees as the season goes on. Well, Simon, we're finding out some news this morning about a summer tournament. We're used to the teams coming over from Europe playing in the World Football Challenge against MLS teams. It looks now like we're going to have the International Champions Cup, a tournament similar, I guess, but this one's going to have a winner.
Yeah, and it's going to have a $1 million prize pot at the end of it for the eventual champion.
Where do I sign up?
The interesting part is MLS is going to be part of this. LA Galaxy reportedly going to be part of this 18 tournament against, they're going to be facing teams like Juventus and Real Madrid. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can fare in that tournament, whether they can take the jackpot, but also how will it affect the LA Galaxy's chances to put themselves in prime playoff position in that summer month where a lot can happen in the league standings.
All right, follow MLSsoccer.com for more news on that tournament. Also on MLSsoccer.com, you can see the latest Castrol Index. Simon, tell me, which player doesn't belong here on this list?
Well, the top 5 are made up of 4 goalkeepers, so we'll have to point to the forward here. But we start with Bobby Shuttleworth at number 1, Raul Fernandez of Dallas, another netminder at number 2. You have Donovan Ricketts, the goalkeeper in Portland, at number 3. Jack McInerney breaks through this goalkeeper hegemony at number 4. And then you have Luis Robles from New York at 5.
All right, well, Simon just got the word hegemony into the daily for the first time ever. Want to also remind you guys, starting lineup will be coming out today because there is a Wednesday night game, New York and Kansas City playing. You're going to have to set your lineups a little earlier, so me and Andrew will get you your tips. Also, Team of the Week, instant replay out on the site, power rankings, plenty to see on MLSsoccer.com, so check back all day.